Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a wall project. I think we're using Techo Block Sema wall. There's a new building here. They have this bank in the back. We're just gonna be building 50-foot wall, return going back in there, and then the nice arc over to the blacktop. This property is built on the side of the hill, and I think I was just thinking through, like, this is like the 7th wall that Tussey has built here over the years. So let's go take a look at some of the walls that we built previously. And in this build, we're going to talk to you about how you can build walls that are going to last a long time. And I'll show you walls that were built 15 years ago and how they're looking today. So this wall was built probably 5 years ago, something like that. One of the things you'll notice is how it curves back into the bank. That's very important on retaining walls. You need to turn them back into the grade instead of just ending the wall. This one has a proper base, it's got proper backfill, it's got geogrid in it. So those are all things that help with the longevity of the wall. And you'll see them go in on this build. This wall was just built I don't know, maybe 2 years ago. Same thing, I ran it back into the grade there. This was just put in for a little bit of a garden. We're gonna do some stepping on this top wall is all level. The wall that we're gonna be building today is gonna have some steps in like this, so we can talk about how we do those so you're not burying all kinds of block in the ground, as well as you don't have too much sticking out above. This wall, a bunch of curves in it. That wall was probably built, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, maybe more, the one on the right. And then the one on the left was built 2 years ago. Yeah, I think that was 2 years ago. A little bit of a different product, but same thing. All of these have nice gentle curves. That looks good, and they are all returning back into the bank. That'll help anchor it in. All of them have geogrid in them, lots of backfill, proper drainage is super important as well. So we'll talk about all of those aspects. This is looking amazing. Many of you will remember this project. This is a natural stone swim pool that we put in. Just looking pretty. So here's the oldest wall. This one is still looking really nice as well. And I don't even know how old this one is. This was many years before Ben at Tussey. But it's still doing its thing, tied back into the bank. I would say this one's probably 20 years old. I'm not even sure if maybe Tussey rebuilt this one, or if they built it new, I'm not sure. But nice curves, still nice and vertical. I'm sure they've got geogrid in this one. I wouldn't know, but on to the next one. Let's build another wall that's gonna be here for a long time. Deej, do you want to lay out to the guys how you do it when you get a bag of chips out of the lunch? What do you do with them?
Eat them mostly.
And then
when I have to go film for Ben, I find a nice corner and lay them there. That way I remember where they are. Unlike another individual.
like what?
This other guy, took him 20 minutes to find his chip bag the other day.
See, one thing you have to understand about me is whenever I get done with a tool or a bag of chips or anything, it happens to lay wherever it happened to be. And that's a major inconvenience. Don't be that kind of person, because you spent most of your life looking for whatever thing you wanted. So what you should do is be a good person and always put your tools back where you got them so you can find them. So if you see that person that scatters stuff all over the place, tell him that I told him that he should change his ways, because he'll get old, then he'll just be bad at life. So anyway, I do know how to build walls. That's one thing I can do, even if I can't find my tools. The first thing that I did was, this is where I want to run the top of my wall into. So that's my 0 point. That's where I start off. This wall isn't going to have steps on the top. It's going to be flat. It's going to have steps on the bottom, which I'll show you that then. But the first rule to building a wall that works is getting a good footer. So I got my laser out this morning and we shot some grades to figure out where we need to start digging and how deep we need to start digging. So if that's the wall, obviously if I just build one course out there, I can't suspend it in the air. So I set it onto the blacktop there. I went over there on that post on the other end and I checked how high the wall would be. Then I counted down 6 courses and I was still above grade. 6 courses was basically, the height of it's 6-inch block. So 6 courses would be 36 inches plus your 2 inches of cap, so 38 inches. And then the bottom block was still, you know, it was about this far above ground, which is no good. I want at least a course of block buried. So if 6 courses was right at grade down there, I did 7 courses, which is 42 inches plus 2 1/4 of cap, so 44 1/4 inches down from that point is the bottom of the block. That buries about 6 inches of block, so I can bury an entire course of block below grade. That just gives it some stability. Now, this laser is set for 44 1/4 down from that threshold up there, that blacktop. And it says I'm below there, so I know that I'm gonna have a full block buried here. But now I need to calculate for base yet. And with a wall like this, we'll do 6 inches of footer, 6 inches below it, 6 inches on either side of it as well. And for this base material, we're going to use 2A modified, which is I think it's a 3/4 inch stone with fines in it, and we'll compact that into this ditch for the base. You know, I might dig this far until there's 2 courses buried in block, and then I'll step up, and we'll do that until basically till we get up there. We're only going to be down here. The wall will be 7 courses. Up there, the wall's only going to be like 1 course. So I'll walk you through that, but right now I'm gonna drop it another 6 inches. We'll go 7 to leave an inch for setting bed. So down another 7 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's how you do math when you're not good at math. So that worked out. That's how deep I need to dig here to give me room for 6 inches of base, an inch of setting bed, 7 courses of block, 2 1/4 inches of cap. It's gonna bring me up to about here. And then this line is gonna run straight into the blacktop over there. Let's start digging. I did the excavation here, and when we're finished excavating, I'll run my jumping jack over it, compact the subgrade, and we'll put in a woven geotextile fabric to help separate the stone from the subgrade, as well as provide a little bit more structure to the base. If I put 6 inches of base in this ditch and build 7 courses of block and 2 inches of cap, I'll run in even with the blacktop. But I didn't want to bury all of that block down. I don't want to run 7 courses the whole way up there. I don't need them. So at this point, once I reached, you know, once I was far enough below grade that I could step up, you know, I jumped 6 inches. So we'll only lay in the 7th course till here, then we'll fill in stone here, and then this section will only have 6 courses, and this section will only have 5 courses. And so we climb our way up 6 inches at a time until we reach the top right there. That way I'm not burying 7 courses of block right there when I only need to bury 1. Hopefully that makes sense. But you have to do that whenever your grade changes. You know, this section is much lower than that section, and so I work my way up. So we're gonna get ready to put in our stone here. Compact in 6 inches of 2B. I also went wide enough so that I have at least 6 inches in most cases, a foot or sometimes even 2 feet, especially on a curved wall. If it's a straight line, you can excavate real carefully so you don't over excavate. When I have a curb, I like to give myself a little bit of freedom so I can get my curb looking right. So that's why I excavated this wide, even though the block's only maybe like 12 inches. But I do want 6 inches of base in front and 6 inches of base behind the block, as well as below the block. So that's our stone. To be clean stone is gonna go in. We're gonna compact it. We're gonna put an inch of setting bed down here, and we're gonna lay in our block from here to there. And then we're gonna jump up and repeat the whole process. So this is the part where I start saying the same thing I just said over again, just for Deej, because he likes that.